Okay, so we're just going to be moving through the sun salutations, and so now from the first week we should have already had our awareness coming in on our posture awareness, and also keeping our joints juicy and our energy body, and setting our intentions through vision boarding and these kind of ways that we're doing it. So let's just check in now again with our structural alignment here. So just closing your eyes and really feeling yourself. Your hips when you're walking or when you're standing should normally be hip distance apart, your feet. But when we're starting the sun salutations, we're going to have our feet together. So we still are going to have our roots in the same place and still our energy in the center of both standing feet. So let's just start by checking in with our roots in the center of our feet. Checking in with the knees, feeling that energy freed up to travel and lift us up. And then we'll just bring the feet together and just starting to bring in the Ujjayi breath and really shifting the frequency into the midbrain and bringing the palms together, the heart, and visualizing our manifestations that we're making on our boards and the symbol or just the word, and just bringing that prayer in through the moving meditation. And when you're ready, just coming back, this is mountain pose, just coming back to this position, checking in with your alignment again. And remembering the bandhas are not the most important thing to start with right away, but they're going to help a lot in certain poses and just in life in general. So when you can remember, it's the core and the spine that we've already went through. But if we want to bring in the bandhas, that's also awesome. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to flow with the sun salutation, but I want to first just give some options before I start to just do a flow with it. So what's going to happen is we're going to inhale. Our arms are going to come up above the head. We're going to interlace the fingers. The index fingers are pointing up to the sky. Energy's shooting. We're going to use our energy body to shoot energy out of the fingertips and through the standing feet. So we have roots and wings. And then we're going to start to swan dive forward from the hips, but we're going to come all the way down. And if this is too difficult at first, we're going to come where it feels like my body needs to be right there. And you can have your hands on your hip, on your thighs, or wherever you are, wherever your body says, this is where I need to be. And wherever that is, you're going to stop and let the head fall into gravity. And then we're going to inhale, we're going to look up and lengthen. And then we're going to have a couple options here. We're going to be able to jump back or step back. So for stepping back, it's just the right and then the left foot to the back of the mat. So we're going to be lowering down. And if that is a little, if you're already doing yoga and you want to jump back, we just bend the knees and we start to just jump back and then lower down. So these are the options. So again, after the head's into gravity, we're going to inhale, we're going to look up and lengthen, and then we're going to jump or step to the back of the mat, and we're going to lower down for a chaturanga. And if this is also a little difficult at first, you can come to your knees first. You can come all the way down, or you can just come straight into an upward facing dog, which in this position, we want to make sure we're not collapsing in the lower back. So we really want to use our legs and open up the heart. So we don't want our shoulders, we just want to be really open in our heart and not putting any pressure on the sacrum in the lower back. So we really want to use the core and the legs. And then we're going to go into a downward dog by curling the toes and planting the soles of the feet on the earth. Spreading the fingers, remember to keep the joints juicy. And we're just going to, we're striving for the heels to be down, and we're gazing towards our belly button. And this usually happens for 5 breaths. And if you get fatigued during downward dog, you can just kind of bend the knees and sit back and breathe. And then come back when it's time to a downward facing dog, gazing back to the navel, really working with those heels. And then when it's time, we're going to bend the knees, and now we're going to have more options as well. So we're going to bend the knees to come forward. We can jump forward. We can step forward. And sometimes that might be a little much at first if you're not used to doing that. So you can also jog forward and just let the head fall back into gravity. And then we're going to pick up this earth energy, and we're going to let our core and our glutes raise us out of this. We're going to come all the way up, slowly filling yourself every juicy second all the way up. Grab your intention, your prayer, your manifestation, and then bring it back home. 7 levels down to the heart. So that's the A form. We're going to move through the B form. So it's pretty much the same as the A form, only we're just going to add a little bit of excitement to it. So